Of the 400 metric tons of plastic that enters our waterways every year, Coca Cola and Pepsi Company just took the top spot as top polluters.
Beautiful water and mounds of trash.
But let's talk about why this necessarily isn't just their fault. You see, what the researchers have found is that the top polluters are polluting at levels that are matching their production. Like Coca Cola, if you produce 11% of the world's plastic bottles, we are also finding your plastic bottles as roughly 11% of the world's plastic bottle pollution. Same story can be said for Pepsi, Danone, and Nestle. Now, we certainly could be critical of the fact that these companies use plastic bottles as a means of production, but it is by far the most economical choice. And if you were to start a soft drink company, you would most likely distribute that way also, if you were interested in making a profit. Now, of course, I think these companies and really everyone could do a lot more about this situation. I think it's worth mentioning that all of these companies have their own recycling programs, taking in thousands of tons of their own bottles a year to recycle them into new bottles. And they all have pretty hefty goals of reducing their use of plastics and their materials by the end of this decade. So what those stats really point to is an issue of sanitation. We as a society are doing a very poor job of controlling our trash. We aren't disposing of it properly, we aren't transporting it to disposal properly, and we certainly aren't ensuring that things that should be recycled actually are. Now, these software companies are the end of the production of plastic. They're not the ones that are actually making this stuff. Drum roll please, it is the big bad petroleum industry. Yes, that's right, fossil fuels are what plastics are made out of, accounting for a little less than half of all revenues in the petroleum industry. So all of the green initiatives and volunteering in the world won't knock a dent in the petroleum industry's push to maintain their plastic production as we continue to try to cut fossil fuel production around the world. It'll be something they desperately try to hold on to, which means realistically we just have to get more serious about cleaning and recycling it.